beep boo. Video games here.
Welcome to Gaming with Old Guys, and I hope everybody had a very good holidays, Merry Christmas, and everybody got what they wanted under their trees. Well, the year's almost over, so I decided to make a list of my favorite games of the year. And number 7 on that list is Call of Duty Vanguard. And the reason why this is on my list, yeah, is another Call of Duty, but the thing is, for some reason we get magnetized to this game every freaking year. And that's because of the gameplay is smooth, the mechanics of the game is smooth, and we just have fun with it. Plus it gives us a campaign every year, Battlefield. Yeah, which gave us stories of 4 protagonists, and each story was pretty good. And yeah, sometimes they ain't filling the characters' background too good, but the story was still fun. And with the gameplay, solid mechanics, and the story, this game to me became one of my favorite games of this year. I had a lot of fun with it, and if you haven't played it yet, check it out, especially if you're a Call of Duty fan. Next game on my list is a little known battle royale called Naraka Blade Point. Yep, and it's a battle royale that got onto my list, which is weird because I don't really care for battle royals too much, but this one in particular ain't like the rest of them. I mean, if you're tired of the battle royal genre, try this one out, because this one got nothing to do with guns, has everything to do with brawling with swords, knives, hand to hand, and yeah, you'll get crossbows, muskets, and stuff like that, but the main part of the game is the swords and knives. And you get a choice of 6, maybe 7 characters at this point, or 8. I'm not really sure how many characters came out already, but the thing is, this game is real fun. I poured in hundreds of hours into this game, so if you haven't tried it yet, I will implore y'all to try it. Yeah, it is a $20 game, but the hours I put into it, I think it was well worth it. If you haven't tried it yet, give it a try if y'all can. Naraka Blade Point, my number 6 game of the year. Number 5 on my list, The Ascent. The reason why this made it on my list is a cyberpunk top-down twin-stick shooter that's an RPG. And that's some of my favorite genres all put together. And with The Ascent, I love this game is because the story is fucking compelling, and the graphics on this game is freaking awesome. Plus, you could get to play with 4 other players if you want to, or you could play on your own. And the graphics on this game is mind-blowing, and the environments are vibrant because there's so much happening in the environments, people around the areas, it makes the environment come alive. And the graphics and with the ray tracing going is freaking crazy. So if you're into the twin stick stuff and RPGs and you want to check out the cyberpunkish world, well, I'll give this one a try. And you won't be disappointed with this one either. The story is crazy and there's a lot of action in it. So if you're into the twin stick shooters, you're into RPGs, and you like cyberpunk, The Ascent is the one for you. Check it out. It's at $39.99 on Steam and probably on the other platforms too, so check it out if you can. The Ascent, number 5 on my list. Number 4 on my list is a game called Chorus, which is a space open world shooter. Imagine that, a space open world shooter. First time you heard that, right? But this game makes it work. Graphically, this game is beautiful. The story in this game is interesting, but the controls on this thing and the gameplay on this thing is holy shit. They did their thing with this game where you play as a pilot piloting a ship that's sentient, and you got your own special, I don't know what they would call it, psychic skills, and you use the ship along with it, and you could do some crazy maneuverings and crazy action sequences. You battle super big spaceships, reminiscence of Star Wars and stuff like that. And this became one of my favorite games because it's a old genre that they made fresh again. I'm glad they made this game. Chorus, my number 4 game of the year. Check it out if you can. Number 3 on my list, Resident Evil Village. Resident Evil Village is the 8th installment of the main storyline in this series. And in this story, Ethan is in a village looking for his daughter who gets kidnapped. or captured, whichever way you want to put it. And he's in the village trying to rescue his daughter while all these crazy twisted enemies are trying to stop you, like Lady Demetrius, Heisenberg, and the rest of them. And he goes through these things in their own dwelling places, Demetrius Castle, Heisenberg's factory, and so on and so on. This game made it on my list because it's just as good as 7. If you never played 7, that is one crazy scary game, but the storyline takes place right after that and it continues on, and this game graphically is beautiful. It's very pretty graphics. You can even play this ray tracing if you have that capability. The characters on this game that try to kill you, like the enemies, you get Lycans, you get witches, you get, I guess, vampire looking things, zombie looking things, but they all look good. All the characters look good. The boss fights on this game is kind of lackluster, so don't look for no big boss fights and stuff like that. But if you're into the Resident Evil series and haven't played Resident Evil 8 yet, you need to, especially if you play Resident Evil 7. If you haven't played 7, I'd say play that one first. But Resident Evil 8, one of my games of the year, made it to number 3. Check it out if you want to get your butt scared. I'm almost getting to the end of my list, but this is number 2 on my list, Kena, Bridge of Spirits. This one made it onto my list because it was, well, it's not a fresh take into a genre, because this is still a platformer, and it reminds me a lot of Zelda, but this game got character. That's a good way to put it, because the characters on this game, not only the main character, which is very lovable, and damn near every character Kena meets on this game, you grow to like. You grow to care about, and that's what makes this game real great. The story is so compelling, and the action sequences on the game, well, like I said, like a Zelda-ish type game. It's not like very crazy combat, but the combat familiar, and it's a little fresh, on a fresh take to it too. But Kena is very graphically beautiful. It reminds me a lot of Disney, Pixar's stuff, or DreamWorks stuff. The characters' expressions and their feelings come out to you, and you actually feel these characters' rage and sadness and love. So, you know, if you're into a nice story, or if not you want your kids to see a nice story or play a nice story, this is the game to play. Kena, Bridge of Spirits. If you haven't touched this one, you are missing out. I'm telling you, you're missing out. This is why this is the number 2 game of my year. This game made my year when it came out at the time. So, people, what a year that was very bland like this year. Try Kena. It's a fresh take to an old genre, and you'll love the story and the characters of it. So, number 2 on my list, Kena, Bridge of Spirits. And here we are to the last game on my list, my game of the year. Gaming with old guys game of the year, Tales of Arise. Yep, it's a JRPG. This one took me by surprise. I mean, I had my eyes on it for a while. I never played Tales series game, but you don't have to because they all their own stories. But Tales of Arise is a JRPG that I played and I was pleasantly surprised with, because I haven't played a JRPG in so long that captivated me. And this one took the cake. Yeah, I did play Final Fantasy 7, but that was an old game to an old genre, so I didn't count that as a new RPG. But this one, if you haven't played it yet, y'all deserve to play it. If you're a JRPG fan, you haven't played it, y'all missing out on a very awesome freaking story. The graphics are fucking awesome, and if you love anime, this one is very anime-esque. They even tell the story through like manga looking, live manga looking storyboards. So if I was y'all and y'all haven't touched this one yet, y'all really missing out. This one, the story is awesome, the characters are awesome, and the spectacles are awesome, the environments are awesome, the story, I mean, come on guys. JRPGs, you know how the stories could get crazy. This one gets a little crazy, but it's worth it at the end. So if you haven't played a JRPG in a long time and you're itching for a real good one, and you haven't tried Tales of Arise yet, well, you missed out on the real good one, at least for this year. So If I was y'all, do yourself a favor, pick up Tales of Arise and play it out. I'm telling you, that's you doing yourself a favor. Tales of Arise, my game of the year. If I was you, I would not miss it. Pick it up. Well, that's my list for game of the year. Yeah, we had a difficult year for gaming and a difficult year in life with this COVID stuff lingering around. Well, let me let y'all go there. And I want to wish everybody a very safe and healthy, happy New Year's. And hopefully we have a better year next year with gaming and health and world politics and all that crazy shit going on in the world today. So with that, I'm going to leave y'all all with a happy New Year's. Enjoy these fireworks I put up for y'all and game on.